How's it going? I'm going to go over how I made my home power rack as a do-it-yourself project using 2x4s, 4x4s, and parts of a cannibalized cable rack. And here's the thing in beauty. Let me zoom out the most I can so you have a better view of it. The place is a bit of a mess, so forgive the mess. But this project took me about 3 weeks working my off time. Had to go buy a drill press when I was doing all these drill holes, mostly to make sure that they went perfectly flat straight through, so when I eventually buy a steel bar that I will use basically to catch this. What else? For my connections, I drilled all the way through, got some nice long nuts and bolts with some washers. I spaced it between high and low like that, mostly so that these bolts didn't meet with these bolts on the inside. My basement is also lucky enough to have this big old, what is that, a 12 by 12 or something like that, cross beam going across. And so I give this thing extra stability by putting in a couple of pieces of 4x4, screwing it into the top, and then securing it to this big brace, or this big beam. For these weight holders, bar holders, whatever you call them, all I did with these was I just basically chopped off parts, or the top part of these, to make it one, short enough to be in my basement. And I have a saw that I cut at a little bit of an angle to make sure the bar stays in place. And I just made sure I got a long enough nut and bolt to go all the way through and secure it, finger tighten it. And if you get worried about, maybe going sliding left or right, the way the bar will just hold it in place because that's not going anywhere. For my cable system part of this, I actually made it adjustable, believe it or not. The way I made it adjustable was I was going to actually only have a single, just have that going directly to that, just picking it up straight. But the only problem with that was I couldn't make it adjustable. So I added this piece right here, going down to there, bring it up here, over there. That's for top pull down, obviously. Now the way I make this adjustable is I'm going to pull that off, and I'm going to put this 2x4 back over here, connect it like so, and then I will hang that on this bottom rung to give myself the necessary cable length. And then I'll go ahead and use this other one and position it down there in the very bottom, so the cable would essentially be going from here down to about here, then from here down to there. So I can do cable curls, or what I've actually done was I rigged this pad. I poked a hole right in the middle. You can't really see that, but I use that along with this piece right here. Have that on the very bottom, and position this chair directly behind that, and you could do leg extensions like that, facing that way. Basically, all I have left to do on this isn't complete yet, but whenever I'm picking that up, since it's only being pulled from one side, this thing is going to sway slightly. So what I'm going to need to do is get a couple of metal rods or pieces of wood to shove in those two top holes and basically give it a guide so that it will not sway. So this is my build. All in all, the materials cost me roughly about $150. Believe it or not, the most expensive parts were all these that I used. That was $100 right there. But using a 4x4 along the top as well, giving you some extra stability. I was going to put that beneath these, but I'm a tall guy, so I need that to be really high so when I do my pull downs. So, and that's my build. Tell me what you think in the comments.